Well, hello YouTube. It's September 4th, 2020, and this is day 4 of my commitment to sharing a love, liberty, tree, party, blog, YouTube, whatever we call it, plan for us in this critical year. We're either going to have enlightened activities and we're going to come together as we the people on a ground of love and kindness and embrace nonviolence, or we're going to have prison planet. And I think that's becoming pretty clear to everybody. So with that being said, let's give our full attention to how we're feeling and what we believe is possible, because this page is about helping you believe in that which you've never seen before as possible. Okay, so the Liberty Tree doesn't exist, obviously, and yet it does, because the Liberty Tree in 2003 was about making a love miracle with we the people who wanted to just make their presence known, that light was their answer to 911 and the darkness that was coming from war. It was like, hey, if you want to gather on something that's loving, let's put $1 on a tree and just make our presence known to each other. And I pulled out $1 today, and I just want to point it out to you. Do you see on the pyramid, you see the 13th, the eye? Maybe you can't see it, but yes, you can. Everybody has a dollar bill. Okay, that eye is symbolic of transcending awareness. That eye is symbolic of our ascended consciousness. That eye on the dollar is significant. And the fact that it's not touching the ground of this, let's call this all the business. Okay, so this is all the foundation that America has laid, or the tribes of Israel, everything, humanity. We've laid this ground of business, this pyramid, but what we're waiting for is our awakening. We're waiting for our eye of transcendent awareness to not only be awake, open, see how it's open? Open. But now it grounds onto the pyramid of business. So that is the calling to the Liberty Tree, to put your dollar, your name, sign it, and then we would send it to a Liberty Tree, or something better that, I don't even know how to make a Liberty Tree. I'm the idea girl. I'm the messenger. So I just put it out there, and then it will manifest however is in the best and highest interest of all beings, because that's the ground of all my prayers. So I'm just letting you know that there is an anti-love movement on the planet. It's been here for a long time. There's also a love movement on the planet. It's been here for a long time. Which movement we join is up to us. And if we don't free willingly choose, the choice will be chosen for us, as you can clearly see. So there is a tree, a we the people tree, a liberty tree that is authentic love plus money, plus your intention, your law of attraction, to seeing the world business, to seeing the government, to seeing the dress code, being in alignment with our divine nature, our higher level of consciousness, our ascended consciousness, whatever you want to call it. Many names, but the fact is, we're missing the boat unless we're claiming it, living in it, standing on its ground, joining together with it. So they're trying to make a contactless world where humans don't connect, we don't pass money, we don't use cash almost pretty soon. So the Liberty Tree is all the more significant because it's calling you to not put any more than $1. $1 is just saying, hey, my spiritual and emotional and mental law of attraction to a caring ground, to a tree that is representing our human family, our human race living together in harmony, and a boatload of other qualities of our enlightened activities and our very pure good nature. The tree is about coming home to our pure good nature. And we can't do that until first we acknowledge that we do have a pure good nature, and that intention to live in that pure land and exit the poison land, exit the terror land, exit the violence, exit the hell, and come into the more heavenly, not more, definitely heavenly existence and co-creating as human beings on the planet, because we've shifted our ground to a higher ground. That is what $1 can do. It can, $1 and your authentic vote multiplied. I mean, in 2003, I thought 333 million humans would gather to just simply say, we serve the light. I was optimistic, but it's 2020 now, and there's 7 billion of us, and we're all in this global awareness that we're either going into prison planet or the Pure Lands. And if you want to go with the Pure Lands, let this liberty tree come to life. And I guarantee you, if 333 million people are gathered in one place with one intention to work as a team, we will have power to influence whatever government, because we're fueling love. And that's the big critical issue right now. It's not Democrat, it's not Republican, it's not China, it's love. It's humanity and love. And we have allowed an authoritarian, punishing symbol of power and God. And we've empowered that. And we're paying the price for that. And now I ask you, I call upon you, the tree calls upon you to empower your love, your loving nature, to train in it, to serve it, to dress for it, and to do many, many activities building the spiritual qualities within humanity. That's our ground. We come to the ground of the tree of life. We don't want to bear weapons and poison the tree. We don't want to destroy humanity. And yes, we are deep in dark karma. And yes, we do need to burn it off, but we don't need to burn it off by enslaving ourselves to more suffering. We burn it off by taking responsibility for it. So the Liberty Tree is also a tree of responsibility. It's a tree of love plus money, tree of symbolism, tree of unity, definitely a medicine Buddha healing tree to plant at the White House, to bloom a mandala of business that is connected to healing, as opposed to the business connected to military. So we use the same military humans and organized systems, but we uplift the service. That's all the Liberty Tree is trying to do, is uplift the 3 branches that are extremely sick in the name of the Western land, which is going to be a voice for the world, because the Eastern authoritarian communist China, Xi Jinping, who is absolutely dead in the heart brain. He's on some sort of mission of, I want to inquire to him directly, what is in his head? What is in his heart? But there is no way that this kind of male, father, abusive, iron fist, controlling, and completely pillaging earth, suppressing, masking, bullying, torturing, there is a no-brainer in my reality. The White House on top of the roof is the flag of Tibet. Hands down is how we defeat the Chinese flag coming, because Chinese flag rose up in Lhasa, Tibet, which is the house and palace of compassion on the planet. Compassion on the planet. We free the Potala Palace is by empowering compassion, and we do that from the land of the dream in the West. But we, the dreamers, have to wake up. Perpetual nightmare and thinking one party is the answer or the other party is the answer, and both parties have been paying for the nightmare and all the people are still asleep. We have to wake up. We have to wake up. That's discernment. You have to have your heart awake to see and feel what's authentic. Because your fear is going to make different choices, but your heart is going to be law of attraction to different qualities. So you will hear the nice words that even the Communist Chinese Party of hell, literally hell, legalized hell, flat out, straight up, no secrets, everybody can see it. They tried to keep it secret, but we can see now. It's the age of seeing. We can see it's pure and utter hell. They will label their organizations or whatever with really nice words that sound unified, liberated, harmony, stabilized. You understand? So East and West, the political game is the same. Republican and Democrat, you guys do the same thing. The CARES Act. You have many Obamacare while you're bombing every 20 minutes. So it's up to we the people to, I'm going to be a little harsh, but we're a little too numbed down with comfort and maybe Prozac or Scotch or gin and tonic or just focus on your money game or whatever it is. But we need to feel deeper so that we can actually acknowledge that there is a tremendous problem and then we be part of the solution. Because we are not emoting and communicating our humanity to each other. We're willing to just mask it down because that's symbolic. We haven't been speaking up. Many maybe have, but it hasn't been our mass consciousness. And that's what 2020 is about. The Great Awakening is fantastic movement of love. Love in the streets. Love is nonviolence. Love is gracious. Love is aloha. Love is rainbows and carrying the Tibetan flag and carrying all the nations' flags in a united movement of humans pledging that we are going to be the loving blessing to this planet and to each other. And we're going to learn how to do that. And we are not going to enslave ourselves because we've been numbed out to our country extending tremendous hurt on others and us not feeling a thing. Tremendous suffering on the animals, but us, no. Friday night dinner's good with us. Let's just make up some pork chops. Who cares, We don't feel deep, but now we have to feel deep. We have to think deep, and we have to work deeply. And the Liberty Tree is not a place to just come and sit and rest, but it is a place to take refuge and in our goodness, and to trust, and then to build. And when you fuel the Liberty Tree with not only your trust, but your money, then we are going to be able to influence the entire commerce. We'll be able to influence politics. Because why? Because we're the people. We're the humans. You don't have to succumb. The police are humans. So if we can free the police and uplift their service in America, the Chinese police are going to want to taste it. They're going to be like, oh, no way, we could be doing that. Yeah, friends of nations. So the tree, if you want to be free, join the tree. But I have to make the tree. But maybe somebody else will make the tree. Maybe it's somebody else that's symbolic of the Liberty Tree. Because the Liberty Tree is just a symbolic perfect symbol for all of us. Lights on the tree. Getting well. Being more healed and healthy. And the Medicine Buddha has a medicine tree in the mandala. And that's what I'm going to be working on for the next week. Of visualizing that Medicine Buddha mandala and that beautiful healing medicine tree landing and grounding into the White House. 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. That we are entering and blooming the healing age. The mandala is just as organized as a business as the military. So we can invite the military to now work for the mandala. The mandala is organized activity in harmony with the elements, each other, communication. We're moving into an Age of Aquarius. And we collectively, we're saying yes to love and no to violence. And that has to be our choice. It has to be our choice. And it's time to choose. So love and money, I hope I'll make it more and more clear as the days go by. I love you all in the way of hoping that we all can taste the ground of that loving nature of which we respond, the seed of light from which we came. I've tasted it in me, and I know it's in everybody, and that's all this is about. We're not here to punish each other and chain each other and torture each other and poison each other and vaccine each other, patent the disease, and then force the cure and make money and death. That is a shitty ass way to do business. I don't care how much nice words they put on that. Your intelligence has to wake up. Your intelligence has to wake up. And when it does, the Liberty Tree will be waiting for you. But it doesn't exist yet. But it is libertytree2020.com. Somebody could help me with that. It'd be great. Aloha. Till the next time. Peace. And namaste.